Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Yes, my peoples, man, big up yourself, big up everyone inside, big up the whole Metric community. Come on, man. I ain't been here for a minute, I'm back. Do you get it? I ain't been on this morning. I was meant to come on in the morning, had a few inconveniences. But you know me, man, I'm always there with the United news. Make sure you lot are smashing the likes. Let's get these likes going from early and we'll get straight into it, man. Obviously, Fabrizio's came out with Ben Jacobs. They've just spoke a little bit and said a few things, so I'm going to play that. And then obviously we'll get straight into the news as we always do. So let me play what Fabrizio's saying and then we'll get into it, guys.
British deadline day in many European countries, but other deadlines remaining open. Turkey in particular has thrown up a very interesting story and one that you broke. Andre Onana leaving Manchester United, only on a loan. Was that a surprise?
Was a surprise in terms of decision because at the end of the day, if Onana maybe wanted to go to other clubs early in the window, he had the possibility to, and maybe to stay in Europe, to go maybe, I don't know, to Italy, to Spain, or this kind of opportunities, maybe even Premier League. But he always wanted to stay. He always wanted to compete. Then when Senne Lammens arrived at Manchester United, the feeling internally at the club was that for everyone, for Andre Onana, because he was not going to start, but also to keep Senne Lammens without any extra pressure. And also for the manager, for everyone, the best solution was to part ways with Onana and to find a last-minute solution on the market. So I was surprised just because Onana always wanted to compete at Manchester United, but then not having European football, not having the League Cup, staying on the bench for the next 6 months didn't make any sense for him. And this is why they decided to go with this emergency solution. He's a loan, as you mentioned, no buy option, no loan fee. He will go there for 1 season and then back to Man United in June 2026. So I understand this solution, but if you ask me maybe 3-4 weeks ago, the idea of Andre Onana was to stay at Man United.
And for Senne Lammens, for much of the summer, it felt like he would be a young goalkeeper for the now, but also the future. Now we look at this Manchester derby coming up, and it's Lammens and Bayern Deer. Do you sense that Lammens has been signed as a number one, or is it going to be a case of both goalkeepers having the chance to impress Ruben Amorim?
I think they will be competing for the spot, for the first goalkeeper spot. So it's not going to be 100% guaranteed for anyone. But I'm sure that Senne Lammens is also a clear favorite. I think Man United really trust him for the present, but also for the future. They believe that this is one of the best young goalkeepers in the world. And so they really trust this boy. They wanted Lammens strongly. Obviously, there was also the opportunity to go for Dibu Martinez, which is a completely different profile, obviously, to add maybe some leadership, but also with different cost in terms of salary, transfer fee. And so they decided to go for Lammens because they believe this is the ideal solution for present and future. And I'm sure that Lammens has very good chances to be the starting goalkeeper at Manchester United.
So let's look at...
So yeah, man, the boy Lammens, man. The Lammens is looking like he's going to be the starting goalkeeper. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. I'm going to break it all down. I got more stuff about Ben Jacobs coming out just now. Loads of quotes. Onana, he just got welcome to Trabzonspor. Let me show you the video about Onana. This guy has just pulled up just now to Trabzonspor and they're going crazy for him. You would think that they didn't watch Onana last season. Let me show you the video. Watch this, guys. They're rating Onana. Onto him. Man's covering up his face in there. Oh, he's learnt the dance. Onana learnt the dance, brother. Yeah, that's crazy. Onana's all learnt the dance. Let me share my screen and show you some stuff that's come out just now from Ben Jacobs. obviously he's just gone on and done a little video and he spoke how he usually does and he breaks things down and gives you the insights. Remember, there's a lot of players, you know, we're getting linked with every day still. The transfer market's closed. It's still open in Turkey. It's still open in Saudi. And we're getting linked to other players as well. So let me give you the insight of what's gone on. I'm going to share my screen right now and show you like, what Ben Jacobs is saying. But yeah, man, look at Onana. Onana's getting love out there, mate. Hopefully he reaches their expectations, bro, because, boy, if he wants to start acting up over there in Turkey, they're on a different thing, bro. If you start moving man over there and throwing the ball in the net, they will go crazy on you. So look at this is what Ben Jacobs has just come out and said. I'm going to share my screen right now. And he was on, I think he was on the United stand. So I'm going to show you certain quotes that just came out. And this is a bit of it now. So boom, we get into it. Let me take this off quickly off the screen. There are videos here, bro. I'm going to get confused in a minute with all these videos. So cool, look, we've got about the injuries. So we know how we got Mount and Cunha that might be injured for this derby. No one knows yet if they're going to make the derby. There's been a lot of talk that Mount's injury is not that deep. Cunha might be back. He might not. There's loads of talk. We don't know. No one's sure yet, 100% sure. Ben Jacobs just come out and said, I don't think either of the Mount or Cunha injuries are so serious that they're massive for long-term causes for concern. He says, I think it's a forced opportunity to put Sesko right up top. Bro, we already know that, though. Sesko should be starting up top anyway. It shouldn't need for any injury to have Sesko go up top. Sesko should be starting up top anyway, regardless. So he's just saying that's the obvious, really, innit? Like, it's an opportunity for Sesko to start up top. Like, he should be starting anyway. I don't think he was fit or something before. That's why he wasn't starting. But yeah, I think he's just stating the obvious, man, to be honest with you. So that's what he's just come out and said. And that's about the injuries. He doesn't think that any of them are so serious that they're massive long terms. Remember, it came out the other day, Mount's injury is light. Do you get it? We took him off for precaution because he gets injured so much that anytime he feels a little something, we just go, let's take him off. We don't want to risk it. And then we had obviously Cunha, who might have done his hamstring, but he's training normal. He's on an exercise bike. This geezer's got the rubber bands around him. He's doing loads, bro. Like, you wouldn't think that of someone that's just got their hamstring done, Cunha is literally, he's looking like he could play. And he put up a quote the other day on his Instagram saying Sunday. I don't know what he meant by that, but he said Sundays. I think he put it out on the Sunday, but could he be talking about the Manchester derby? Do you understand? So I don't know. I'll show you the Cunha stuff, the quote that he put up the other day. Take it for what you want to take it for. I think it was on a Sunday that he put this out. Look at this, guys. On Instagram, he put Sundays, but it was on a Sunday. So I don't know if he's talking about in general, it's Sundays, this is how he works, or he's talking about the Manchester derby. He says, Manchester, ticking time bomb. Time bomb. That's a time bomb right there. That's time, and that's a bomb. Sundays, Manchester, time bomb. So I don't know. Maybe he's just talking about the date he's on, or maybe he's actually going to be ready for us. So we don't know. So that's that with the injuries. Then we've got a situation with some of the keepers, etc. And it says, if the window opens and they decide we need to make another player, Emi Martinez, or a more experienced player, goalkeeper, they will remember Mike Maignan is a free transfer next summer. So there'll be experienced goalkeepers available. Remember, we can get him on a free in January. January, we can get him to come in next summer on a free and then push out Bayern. So that's another opportunity we can do. We can go for Maignan for free. Just give him a little sign-on bonus and then have him and Lamens working. Because Bayern, there's no future in Bayern, bro. If you was to make the big man, we wouldn't have went out there and bought a keeper. There's no future in him. Let's be real. So he's telling us that Maignan, Magic Mike, they call him, AC Milan keeper, he's got literally 6 months left in January. So if we want, we can go in for him. But I think Lamens is going to be thrown in the deep end. And between now and the end of the year, assume that the number one for Bayern there and be given every chance to show that he can command his position now. So he's saying, but I think Lamens is going to be thrown in the deep end between now and the end of the year. I assume the number one from Bayern there and be given every chance to show. So basically, he thinks that he's going to go straight in. That's what he's saying. He thinks he's going to go straight in. They're going to battle it out. Fabrizio just literally said that on the video I played you lot. Fabrizio literally said that I think they've got every chance of going ban to ban, him and Bayern. And Bayern's made enough mistakes anyway for us to even turn around and even look at a goalkeeper. So there's no way they're looking at you as a number one. So we'll see what happens, man. But it's interesting to see though about Mike Magnum though, because man ain't heard his name once. Chelsea were in for him. Chelsea tried to sign him for like 15 million because he's got 1 year left. They were asking for about 24 million, and then it never ended up happening. But mate, he's definitely a good keeper. He's good with his feet as well. He makes good saves. And to get him on a free, and he's going to be about, what, 31, 32, I think, that's not bad. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're getting rid of someone like Bayern, and then you get someone like Magnum for free. Come on. That is a steal. That's a good. And then you have Magnum and Lamens battling it out to see who's going to make the position. Let's just check out that he's definitely his age. So yeah, he's 30 years old. He's not even 32. I thought he was 30. I thought he was like 32. He's 30 years old. He's the #1 keeper for France. When it comes to France, Magnum is their #1 keeper. He's only 30 years old, and his birthday's in July. So remember, goalkeeper lifespans. Your goalkeeper lifespan goes on. This is why people are saying, get Martinez. Even though he's 33, get him. Because you can play till 40. It doesn't matter. We bought Van der Sar when he was 34 or something like that. So he's only 30. That's nothing. And to get him on a free next season, especially if we've gone and got ourselves in the Champions League or something, he can make it. Look at that. That's his market value now, 15 million euros. Because he's got 6 months, a year left from now. So that's not a bad shot, man. That's not a bad shot. The fact that we're even linked with him, this is what I'm saying about this new regime, man. Everyone that we're even linked with is just like ballers. We don't get linked to scrubs no more. Rabiot and Arnautovic and all of these guys. Remember who was getting linked to before? Rabiot, when we had Ten Hag. Proper links, like Fabrizio coming out and saying it. Arnautovic, and there was other guys as well. We just get linked to scrubs, like Weghorst. Look at the guys we were getting, like. Now we just get linked with the best players in their position. The Balebas, the Whartons, Anderson's getting gassed up right now. England's talking about him loads. They won't stop talking about him, all the commentators. Now he's the flavour of the month. We're getting linked with him. We only get linked to ballers now. That's one thing that's changed. Instead of just getting linked to some bozos. You got what I'm trying to say to you? So yeah, man. So that's Mike Magnum. We're linked with him. We might get him next summer on a free transfer, but we can get him in January. January, you have 6 months left. You can go out there and just give them a little. You don't even have to pay. You literally give him a sign-on contract for next summer, and then by next summer we get rid of Bayern. See you later, Bayern. We got Magnum and Lamens in goal. That's an upgrade from Onana and Bayern. Totally. You know what I'm trying to say? This is France's #1 goalkeeper. So that's the situation with that. This is what Ben Jacobs has just said an hour ago. Not no one Fugazi, Ben Jacobs. And he obviously says that he thinks that he's the #1. Right now, I would say Lamens is the #1. Manchester United's #1. I'm going to show you some more stuff about Lamens. Fabrizio Romano spoke. There's other people that spoke as well. So we'll get into Lamens in a sec. Then we got those close to Onana were saying 2 weeks ago before the window shut that he was going to stay. And Man United sources were saying that any goalkeeper that would come in would not affect Onana. Now, I think in the end, it was Onana that drove his own opportunity and move. So Man United would have been content to just let him stay. So basically, he would have stayed, but he would have been third choice. He would have stayed, but he would have been third choice. And he knows that. So he's sitting there and saying, bruv, why am I staying to be third choice when I know I'm this guy? Look at Onana's personality. This guy's got main character syndrome. He thinks he's the guy. He's in the locker rooms. He's running up and down the pitch. He's on the goal line. We get a free kick. He runs to the halfway line and tries to say things and communicate. He's main character syndrome. He can't sit on the bench, especially be third choice to a geezer that's Onana's 29. Lamens is like 23. This young guy is coming in. Nah, no way. Let me go and play some football. I know I'm that good. I'm going to prove you look wrong, etc. Good on him, man. Good that he left anyway. He said he's got to feed his old community. He didn't want to, and now he's doubled his money. So he asked for a contract extension. Ruben and that said, no, you've gone mad. Now he's doubled his money with this loan anyway. So it's worked out for him. It's worked out for us, etc. All the best, mate. So it was up to Onana that made it happen. We could have left him on the bench. We wouldn't mind keeping him, but he forced it to happen. And he doubled his wage. So it is what it is. So that's the stuff on Onana. Let's get into some more news. He's got some stuff about Elliot Anderson. I've got some more stuff about Anderson, but this is just what Ben Jacobs saying. So this is just Ben Jacobs, but I've got more stuff on him as well. I think Elliot Anderson will more likely stay at Nottingham Forest, though minimum the entire season. He's still relatively new there. So he's still kind of new at Forest because I think he only came there last season. I don't know about relatively new. Didn't he go there last season or something? But yeah, he's been there for at least a season. So he thinks that he'll stay at Forest. He's not confirming anything. He's not saying 100%. But we're getting linked with him now. And like I said, I've got an article about him. So I'm not going to touch on him too much yet because I've got actually articles about Anderson and Man United. More journalists. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. These likes are not making no sense, man. Then he goes on to say, who's to say that it would just be Baleba or a name like Wharton? It might be 2 midfielders that come in. We literally might get 2 midfielders. That's what everyone's thinking, that we might get 2 midfielders, because you got to remember something, guys. We already had the Baleba money when it came to the end of the season. Before we sold anybody, we had the Baleba money. The Baleba money was there. And then on top of that, we went and sold Garnacho 40 million, and we can spend up to 120 pure profit. So we can go and get another midfielder, and it's more or less confirmed Casemiro's leaving next season. We haven't offered him another contract. He's got 1 year left. It's more or less confirmed. Casemiro goes next season. He goes to Saudi. He gets a sign-on bonus. Boom. He wanted to stay this year because of the World Cup. So 2 midfielders seems like it's going to be that. Who's to say that it would just be Baleba or a name like Wharton? It might be 2 midfielders that come in. That don't really make no sense. But he's saying 2 midfielders might come in, which is what we've been kind of thinking anyway. They're going to have to revamp that. Because if they were going for Baleba already, and then now we've got money from Garnacho, Anthony, Højlund, all of these guys, we've got the money to buy another midfielder, especially if Casemiro leaves. Do you understand that? We've even got talks about Bruno. Bruno might leave. So if Bruno leaves, what then? We get 3 midfielders then. It's crazy. This is what I'm saying. But Baleba seems set on. Fabrizio's already came out and told us. The coach, the recruitment, the board, every single person in the club has agreed that Baleba is our guy. That's the guy that we want. We don't want no one else. We want Baleba as a CM. Maybe we go get another CM that sits next to him and can rotate with Kobe. Who knows? But Baleba is 100% one of them names on that midfield list. I think everyone knows this now. I'll show you some articles in a minute, but Wharton is in there. And Ben Jacobs has mentioned him a few times now about us. He keeps saying Wharton. So we'll see what happens. And he goes on to say, look at this. Carlos Baleba should be seen in a bubble because that was about making an ambitious elite starting midfielder and trying to bring that signings forward. But Brighton ultimately said no chance. Then you had the more economical approach of, was there a name out there that maybe is a bit of short-termist that could be a squad player? And in the end, I think Man United felt the kind of profile was not available. So they were not just going to spend that money for the sake of it. So what we're doing now is we're not panic buying. This is what we used to do before. We went for Frankie de Jong for 3 months with the Glazers. Remember, before Ineos came in, we chased Frankie de Jong. We agreed a price with Barcelona, 70 million or whatever it was, euros. And then Frankie de Jong didn't want to leave. So we're chasing this guy forever. We ain't even agreed personal terms with him, nothing. It's like we ain't even spoke to him. But we're just waiting. And at the end, what happened? Frankie de Jong didn't work. And then what did we do? We turned around and went for Casemiro. How does both of them make any sense together? How does Frankie de Jong and Casemiro have any similarities? One's literally a destroyer, just Casemiro. Let me just tackle, give the ball to the guy next to me. Frankie de Jong gets the ball from the back 3, back 4, and literally tries to break the pass and da-da-da-da. They're 2 different players. That's what we used to do. We're not doing that no more. We go for the same profile. So they want Baleba. They want a player like Baleba that's seen as he's got pace. He's the guy that they want. That's the profile that they want. Someone that's going to drive with the ball. He's got pace, etc. That's what they're going to go for. They didn't feel like anyone else was on the market. They didn't force it. So they said, you know what? We'll just wait till next season. They said they'll definitely sell him next season. We'll just wait or whatever, or January. But we didn't want to force it. And that's what we've been doing recently. We've been forcing it and buying whoever just to get someone in there. We went for Frankie de Jong last time. It didn't work. We lost 4-0 to Brentford. The next day, bam, we called Casemiro, gave him 350k a week, and we signed him. Someone that's completely opposite to what we even wanted. We just wanted anyone then. So that's what they're doing. They're not sitting there and going, we're just going to go out there and force it and get anybody, any and everyone. No, they're sitting there and going, listen, we're going to go for the right profile. Who's like Baleba in the league? Let's look. Who's like Baleba? There's no one. That's what they're looking at. It's a DM that drives with the ball, got pace, he's strong. They don't think there's anyone there. So they said, you know what? It doesn't even make no sense. I might as well Just wait for Baleba when they're ready to sell him, and then we go for Baleba. So Baleba, like I said to you lot, that one, we're set on Baleba. That's more or less done for next year, or next year, either way, January or May. I think Baleba's in there, and then it's all about who's the next midfielder next to them. So that's what it says. So they were not just going to spend the money for the sake of it. So we're not just going to be spending money on anybody no more for no reason. Then it goes on to talk about Mazraoui, on Ruben, a great manager, a great person. I really love to work with him. I like him a lot. His way of thinking, his way of managing, his way of talking. He's like the manager of a lot of values, which I have the same. So yeah, that works great together. Those values, being always respectful, being honest, never lies, says it how it is without any edge. It can be harsh, but I'd rather have the truth. Obviously, they all talk good about the manager. I'll be real. Some people obviously they will always talk good about the manager anyway. That's just how it goes, isn't it? But they always talk good about the manager. I'll be real, like every single one of them, from the Dallos and the Luke Shaws, all of them that's done their little interviews have always been thing. So let me show you some more news before I get into. Yeah, I know you lot have seen the thing about Chelsea. Chelsea are charged. I made a little joke. They're gonna get relegated. I don't think they are, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that anyway. So we got this little JJ kid. Remember JJ Gabriel? Remember this geezer? He's 14 years old. On his debut, the guy scored 2 goals on the under-18s. He's 14 playing for the under-18s, and he scored 2 goals on his debut and got an assist in 4 minutes. This geezer is going to be a star, mate. I'm telling you, lot. JJ Gabriel is the second highest goal scorer in the under-18s Premier League this season. The man's 14 years old. I know it's a thing where you don't rush them, but bro, these little young youths now, they're built different. Lamine Yamal, who's the other one? That Max Dowman for Arsenal. Bro, they're different now. That Rio kid that scored the winner at St. James Park for Liverpool, they're different, man. 14, 15, all of them. And they just coming out here doing madnesses. This kid, he keeps scoring goals, mate. He's the second highest goal scorer over there, and he's only 14. So big him up, man. Obviously, we got to give him time, though. You understand? You know, our fan base likes to gas up a lot of people, especially when they come from the academy. Give him time. Obviously, there was reports saying that he's going to be training with Ruben and that in the first team this year. So, yeah, man, big him up, man, and I hope it goes well for him. He looks like he's got a bright future, etc. But let's just relax on him. You get me? Let's not gas him up too much. But, yeah, he's doing his thing, man. Big him up. We've got this stuff about Casemiro. Man United could now keep Casemiro until his contract expires next summer. He has been an important part of manager Ruben Amorim's squad. They have been trying to offload him to Saudi Arabia, but his form has improved. I think this is a lie because we already know he was always going to stay till next season anyway. This is not new. So it's not a lie. It's true, but it's just not. It's not even a story. We've already known that this is going to happen. We were never going to get rid of Casemiro this season. Like, it got to a point where I think something came out saying Casemiro was going to stay because of the World Cup. He wants to stay here. Next season, he leaves on a free when his contract is up. Yes, contract is up next summer. And then 350 is off the wage books. Believe me, man, everything's cool. So I think this is just a non-story. They're just saying something that we already know, just again, basically. So it is true, though. It is true. He's going to go to Saudi probably next year. Remember, Ronaldo has got a link. Ronaldo is the transfer guy for Al Nassr. He's got a say there, which is crazy. He gets to pick. He's got to say. He can say, yeah, I want him. So I think Bruno goes and Casemiro. Casemiro is leaving on a free. Bruno, we get a bit of money for him. So I think that's what happened. That's from court offside, etc. Obviously, we know Onana's already landed. This was like a few hours ago, blah, blah, blah. And then we got Andy Mitten. He's come out. Andy Mitten's reliable when it comes to United news. And he's come out and he's speaking about Mazraoui, how everyone inside rates this signing. Multiple United insiders say Mazraoui is the best signing United have made in years. There are several reasons for this. Mazraoui is technically secure on the ball with both feet. He dribbles well out of pressure. His game understanding impresses teammates and coaches. United knew they were getting a good player, but I've been surprised at how agile and aggressive the Dutch-born Morocco international has been, how strong he is. He's quiet, popular with his teammates, respectful and unassuming. They trust him with the ball and know that he'll be calm when they pass him, even when he's under pressure. So that's what they're saying about Mazraoui, man. I think Mazraoui's a steal. We got it for 12 million or something. Like, it's crazy. So, yeah, 12 million. And even last season, when we was having a bad season, he was one of the guys that was coming through and he was doing his thing. Do you understand? He always, Yeah, he did have a 1-2 game. I remember the Brighton one, the back post when Matoma scored, but majority of the time, you give the ball to Mazraoui, he's the guy. And that's why I kept telling you, lot, I need Mazraoui to start, man. I can't have this Luke Shaw stuff going on no more. Against Manchester City, we need someone like Mazraoui and Mainu to start because we need a bit of control in that middle as well, man. We can't just be loose. I know we're going to probably be doing the counter-attack thing, but it's where it is. So this is some more PR about Onana. Look at this, guys. Onana is understood to have turned down offers from other clubs after being told that he will be Manchester United's #1 goalkeeper before the season started. So he thought he was going to be the #1 goalkeeper. He probably was going to be the #1 goalkeeper, but I think after they saw Grimsby, they said, forget about this geezer. It's long. Onana had offers from elsewhere and in fact turned down the chance to move to Monaco as he was under the pressure. He was a forefront of the coach. That's gas already because Monaco heard 30 million and they skipped out. So he didn't turn down Monaco. They turned him down. They never gave us no money. It was never Monaco has bidded for Onana and Onana's rejected it. They didn't even bid. They heard 30 million pounds and they said, I'm out of it. I'm skipping out. So I don't know what this middle bit's about. This middle bit don't even sound right. That just sounds like PR for Onana. He's paid someone to put this out. Regular football is important to Onana. In the here and now with the Africa Cup of Nations coming up, wow, the extra motivation is to maximize his earnings to support the Andre Onana Foundation. And no Championship League football means no 25% salary boost for the squad at United. So look at this. He's talking about this is what he was talking about yesterday, yeah? This Andre Onana Foundation. This is the reason he went to Ruben. He went to Ruben and asked for his Champions League money because of the Andre Onana Foundation. He couldn't pay it or something. He was getting 170 a week, and then it got dropped to 120 because of the Champions League. They cut it a bit, yeah? So the Andre Onana Foundation is what he needs to start doing. He needs to start paying for and helping out for. And because he couldn't pay it, he's been saying, I need a new contract. So that's his excuse. Let me show you like this Andre Onana Foundation, but then I'm going to show you like something that just makes it look even more mad. Watch this, guys. So he's saying that's the reason why he needs a new contract. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Laurie Whitwell, yeah, very reliable yesterday. Look at this. Andre Onana wished to discuss his salary with Man United since it was cut from 170 to 120 due to no Champions League. He has people who depend on him in Cameroon, where he has opened the Andre Onana Foundation. So this geezer is talking about he asked for a new contract because he's missing out on 50k a week for this Andre Onana Foundation. That's why he needs 50k a week. But watch this now. He's gone and doubled his wage now with this Turkish club, Trabzonspor, and now he's getting 200k or something like that. He's getting basically double his wage. So it doesn't even make no sense when you look at it. And even if you look at how he even pulled up today, which is crazy. Let me show you that. What's this? So this he's angry about, look at that, JJ. I'm going to show you that some stuff about JJ. This is all coming out now, but I'm going to show you that in a minute. Let me go to Fabrizio Romano first. Let me show you that what don't make no sense. Because he's talking about this Andre Onana thing, yeah, so heavy. This foundation. Look at this, guys. Look at the way the man's pulled up. That's him there. Look. The guy's pulled up. I've never seen a man pull up in a jet like that, bro. What's going on here? What happened to the foundation, brother? Why is he pulling up in a jet like that? What happened to the foundation? What's going on? I ain't seen no one pull up in a jet like that, big man. Red carpet all out there and that. Man's got the red carpet ready. Where's the foundation money, bro? Why don't you save it for the foundation? I think that's PR, man. Let's be real, man. That 50k is PR. And now you've doubled your money anyway. But good on Onana anyway. They're saluting him. He's gone over there. He's happy. I just hope he don't throw the ball in the back of the net 100 times and they do a madness over there. Because you know Turkish leagues are crazy. They will rush you and all of that. They rush people and they rush referees and managers and that. They're on a different thing, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man, this foundation, bro, is crazy. Foundation, man's pulling up in a private jet. Why are you not saving as much money as you can, brother? It's crazy. So let's see anyway. Let's see a few of these. Yes, Mitch, I hope you're good. You think we signed Anderson? I think Wharton's back. I'm going to show you a lot of stuff about Anderson in a minute. Like I said, we got so much news about all of these guys. Let me show you what just came out about JJ, Gabriel, and a couple of the young boys. Look. So look at this. There's a belief that JJ Gabriel could become Man United's youngest ever Premier League player, surpassing Angel Gomez, who was 16 years old and 263 days old. There is optimism that Gabriel, who turns 15 next month, will be given a first taste of senior minutes under Ruben Amorim eventually. Listen, I reckon he will be. But the thing is with us, we're not putting teams away. Every game we played this season, the last 10 minutes were either drawing or losing. We're chasing the game either way. We're trying to get a goal. Either way, we're trying to get a goal. We played the first game, Arsenal, we're losing 1-0. We're trying to score a goal to be drawing and then winning. We played Fulham after that, 1-1. When it got to the 80th minute, we're trying to score to win. We got the third game, Grimsby. We're like 2-1 down by, I don't know, 2-2, whatever it is. We're chasing the game. The last game we played was Burnley, 2-2. Every single team, we're chasing the games. So how can we throw on our little young boys if we can't even throw a Mainu? How can we take Bruno Fernandes off and put on Mainu if we're chasing the game and Bruno's got the most created chance in the league? We can't even do that. We can't even put Mainu on. Never mind putting on one of the young boys. So we need to be putting teams away, bro. Putting teams away. 3-4-0. It gets to the 80th minute. JJ, come, bam, go get your debut. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? This is what's going to happen. But until we start putting teams away, how is he going to get senior minutes? He's going to get anything in the Premier League if we're just playing a team and we're chasing the game, we're drawing. It's not going to make no sense. So hopefully he does become the youngest ever Premier League player, man. He's a baller. Like I said, he's got some good numbers. This guy is second when it comes to second in the goal scoring thing for the under 18s Prem. And this geezer is playing out of position as well for Fletcher. He's playing a false 9. He's a left winger. Playing a false 9. He's 14 years old, playing in the under 18s, and he's the second highest goal scorer right now. Big up the JJ, man. Big up JJ. But what I'm saying is I don't think we give him any minutes now unless we start blowing teams out the park. Do you understand? Look at Burnley. We should have been 5-0 up. 3-4-0 minimum at halftime. If we're 3-4-0 at halftime at Burnley, second half, it gets to 80 minutes and we're still 3 goals up, throw on JJ. Give these guys a chance. Diego Leon, come on. But until that's happening, we're not giving none of these players a chance. I'll tell you that for free. So that's the stuff about JJ. Then we got some new, what's this about? Who's this? Oh, Anthony Martial's gone to a new team. Here we go. Big up Martial, man. Becky Tasha closed in on Jota Silva from Forest. So yeah, Martial's gone to a new team now. AEK Athens have let him go to Monterrey. I don't know where that is. He's going to play with Sergio Ramos. Safe. Good luck to Martial, man. All the best for you, broski, man. All the best for you. So that's what came out. Matteo Moretto saying that they reached an agreement. Okay. I was thinking, why is Martial there? Crazy. So yeah, man, that's what's going on. We're going to get into the Wharton, the midfield stuff is going off. Like I said, I've got so much news about the midfielders. Ben Jacobs spoke, Fabrizio, a lot of them, etc. At the Etihad on Sunday, will be the first time in 5 years that Man United faced Man City above them in the league. So it's the first time in 5 years that we've actually faced them with us on top above them in 5 years. And no exit does not solve Ruben. This is just bullshit, man. See what I'm saying? Bullshit. So cool. Let me get into some of the news. I'm going to get a few of these comments and I'll get into the rest of the news. Yeah, we've seen that already. But yeah, big up the boy JJ, man. Big up the boy JJ. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, back to this anyway. I think Wharton is better. Anderson is the flavour of the month. Let's be real. No one was talking about this geezer in the summer. No one was saying, let's forget Baleba, go for Anderson. He's going to be cheaper. He's the flavour of the month. Now everyone's talking about him. He looks all right. He's doing well for England. And you know how it is, isn't it? When the English players go and ham, everyone's going to gas them up. I think Wharton's definitely better. But to be honest, I ain't really seen much of Anderson anyway. You understand? And Savio. So I don't know. But I think Wharton's better though. Hit the likes. Hit the likes, my peoples, man. Smash the likes. The likes are not making no sense. Come on, my peoples. We're here for you lot every day. Big up yourself, Lumen, man. I hope you're good. Big up yourself, Mike. Come on, broski. I know it's a risk, but if Cunha's fit, I don't think we'll risk Cunha, you know. I'll be real. I don't think we'll risk it. You never know, innit? Cunha could be fit. This geezer keeps putting little scripted stuff on Instagram. He could be fit. Who knows? But I can't see us risking him because it was like a hamstring. Mount, if it was precautionary for Mount, he plays. He plays every game. That's what's been Ruben's thing. Ruben ain't giving us a healthy headache in that position. He should be saying, Mount, Cunha, and Mbeumo, one of you comes off the bench, healthy headache. One of you starts this game. He's saying, I need all three of you lot on at once. That's what's killing our little up front. So if he plays Sesko with Mount and Mbeumo, calm. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? Or whatever. If Cunha's fit, bench Mount and then put Mount on. But he loves Mount so much because Mount fits his system like a glove. So I understand it. But then I just don't like the false nine thing. Cunha's played up there a few times now. It hasn't really worked. He ain't scored a lot of goals, etc. So that's all it is with me. I know it's a risk, but if Cunha's fit, he should start alongside Sesko. I think Sesko starts. Sesko's definitely going to start. He's going to have his debut. He has to. If Sesko don't have to start this game, it's going to be tricky. Like, what's going on? And this is counter-attack FC. City are still playing this high line, counter-attacked off. And I've not really heard nothing about their injuries, if any of them have come back. Remember, it was 13 players that was meant to be doubts yesterday. I ain't heard anything. Nothing ain't come out. Shaw have actually been very good. Yeah. Shaw's been okay. But I don't know, man. He's got that in him, though. He's got that in him. He can make a little mistake sometime. Like, look at the final against Johnson. Just lets him go in front of him. Like, he does that sometimes. So I don't know, man. I always feel a bit booky with Shaw. But I know he has been all right. I won't take that from him. We should sell Shaw regardless. Glazers out. Lucky's on a Glazers out thing today. Haaland, Vardy are four of our players. I want body check both of them. That must be the plane for the Turkish club. You reckon it's their plane or it's not his own thing? I thought that was his own thing. I'm thinking this guy's talking about Andre Onana Foundation and he's coming in with his own plane. A madness. I think some training tomorrow. Xerxes, yeah. Bruno Fernandes is going. I think Bruno does go next season. Like I said, that Casemiro thing didn't really make any sense because we already knew that was going to happen. Casemiro is leaving next season. It's literally, it's evident. That's Onana. He's landed over there. Like I showed you, some of you lot have obviously missed it. There's a video of them lot greeting him as soon as he came on. I'll probably show you lot in a minute. But they're proper singing a song for him. He's proper with it as well. This is the stuff we had some stuff about Fofana yesterday as well. Look at this, guys. In the last 2 days of the transfer window, Man United tried to sign Lyon's Malik Fofana. But the green light never came. I think that's a wing-back. I think if we're going for Fofana, that's a wing-back. There's no way we go for him because he's like a Garnacho. He's a winger. Do you understand? So there's no way. I don't ever see any truth in this. But if we do, he's a wing-back. And we're looking at it as an opportunity. If Turkey, who is their best player, went for about 35 million, 30 million, imagine what he would have went for. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. But that's what Santi's saying in the last 2 days of the window. So maybe we end up going for him in January or next season because we need some wing backs, 100%. We need some players that can play in that position. Once JJ breaks into the first team, he's going to cook. Yeah, we got to give him time, man. There was a lot of talks about JJ's going to go to Barcelona. A lot of people want him in the academy. He chose to stay, but then we got to get him again. Remember, we got to give him another contract again now when it gets closer. He gets a bit older. So we'll see what happens with that, man. Let me show you some more news now. So obviously that's let me summarize some of the news that came up before. Malacia, this is the latest on him. Remember, that was more or less done, we was thinking. The agreement came out. Fabrizio came and said that Tyrell Malacia leaving in the coming days is a possibility, but nothing agreed or done yet. But several clubs from abroad are showing interest. So the Malacia thing, it was said that it was done the other day. Everyone thought, yep, here we go, come in. It isn't done yet. And it's kind of calmed down. Well, it was yesterday anyway. But yeah, Tyrell Malacia is weighing up signing for the Ayop Spur. So that's what Alex Crook, the Crook, came out and said. So that's the latest on Malacia. This is the stuff that came out about Lamens today. Ben Jacobs has come out and said, right now, I would say Sene Lamens is Manchester United's number one. So he could start at City. He said he's Manchester United's number one. So, and I kind of believe that because Bayern there has been so trash. Not trash, but he's made mistakes where we've had to go and get another keeper that why wouldn't he be number one? Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? They might look at it and go, bruv, just go and get someone else that's ready now. I don't know. I don't think Ruben throws him in the deep end at City, man. I just can't see it happening. But then again, this is what's going on. Ben Jacobs is saying that. Let me make the screen a bit closer. Let me make the screen closer. Right now, I would say Sene Lamens is that Manchester United is number one. Fabrizio Romano on the podcast today, Give Me Sport. Go and check it out, guys. He says Sene Lamens has a very good chance of being the starting goalkeeper at Man United. So this is Ben Jacobs on United Stand. Fabrizio on Give Me Sport. 2 different places today. Sene Lamens is number one, basically. Starting goalkeeper is number one. And then Fabrizio goes on to say the first choice goalkeeper is not 100% guaranteed for anyone, but I'm sure Sene Lamens is the clear favourite. United trust him for present and future. They believe he is one of the best young goalkeepers in the world. So we already trust him, that we bought him, that we think this guy is going to be the guy. This is what's going on. Like I said, bro, I don't know, man. I just couldn't see it because you see me, I pay attention to what happens, and it's about patterns in life, innit? What does someone do? And what I've been seeing is Ruben take his time with the new signings. He always takes his time. So that's why I thought Lamens ain't going to start, but that's how much they rate him over there. That Ben Jacobs is saying that he's number one. Fabrizio Romano is saying that he's a very good chance of being the starting goalkeeper. So that's how much they're not even rating buying there like that, where a man can just come in and, yeah, he's the number one now. That's what's going on. Hit the like button, my peoples, man. Subscribe if you're new, man. We're always here, man, every day. Let me get into some more news. Now we got the Wharton news. Look at this, guys. Manchester World, etc. It's come out today and said an article, and it's talking about Wharton, and it's saying Liverpool have entered the race now to hijack Man United's approach for 60 million Premier League midfielder. This is today's news, as you can see, published 11th of September, 5 in the morning today. Man United have been keen interest in the midfielder for several months, but now face competition from Liverpool. Man United's summer transfer business helped to improve Ruben Amorim's first team squad. However, one of the positions they failed to address was an essential midfield, especially the holding role alongside Bruno Fernandes. It is understood that United did make contact over a move for Wharton in the summer, but Palace didn't want to sell, especially considering they already sold Eze to Arsenal during the window. According to the report, Team Talk United now face significant competition for Wharton in January, as Liverpool have entered the race to land the 21-year-old Palace star. The Reds are looking to add more defensive reinforcements, and bringing Wharton into midfield would help to bolster their squad. So that's come out today. The other day, on the 8th, Fabrizio Romano said Real Madrid are interested in Wharton. I made sure I put that in there for you lot to see, because Real Madrid are meant to be in there as well. So this is what Fabrizio said on the 8th. So 3 days ago, Fabrizio told us Real Madrid are interested in Adam Wharton. Other clubs are also monitoring him. It could be a hot topic in 2026. So I don't know, guys. Liverpool's apparently joined the race. Remember, Liverpool went in for Zubimendi. Zubimendi rejected them, and then he went Arsenal. They haven't got that 6 yet. All they've got is Gravenberch and that Endo guy. They don't really rate the Endo guy. He was more of a Klopp signing as well. Arnie Slot's coming. He's wanting Zubimendi. And then they haven't got Zubimendi. So they could go for Baleba or Wharton. But it seemed like someone was saying that as well. When I was sitting there and saying, can they go for Baleba? Someone kept telling me, nah, they want Wharton. They want Wharton. And when you look at Liverpool, they're more of a playing team anyway. I don't think they want the pace, intensity like that. They're more of a team that plays with the ball. They play through you, innit? So it would make sense for them to go for Wharton. But then it's like, what's that for Gravenberch? Do you know what I mean? Or is that just trying to get depth as much as possible? So I don't know, man. But that's what's being said. This is a geezer called Dylan Oakley. I don't really know this geezer like that. So I can't vouch for it. But it's an article and I show you like, everything about Man United. So just bear that in mind. Liverpool have entered the race for Adam Wharton. But Real Madrid are meant to be involved. If Real Madrid are involved, I think no one's got a chance anyway. You get what I'm trying to say? Obviously, some people will turn around and not leave and go Real Madrid early because they might say, rah, I've got more chance of staying here, but you doubt it. You barely see it. So I don't know. You don't let me know. This is the last thing that came out about Wharton. Before this, it was all of this talk about United and Chelsea front runners to sign Wharton. blah, blah, blah. It said that United and Chelsea view Wharton as a potential game changer. Man United are planning to break their transfer record in 2026. 100 million plus move for Baleba, along with a second big addition in midfield, are on the agenda. And then obviously Chelsea added Crystal Palace's Wharton to their list. Because I had to search and check, is Chelsea even in for Wharton? I had to check if anyone reliable even said that. And as you can see on the last article, Ben Jacobs, who is reliable, said that Chelsea are in for Wharton. So this article could be true because it's saying Man United and Chelsea are in for Wharton. It's saying that we want someone alongside Baleba. Ben Jacobs just came out today and said, maybe we get 2 midfielders. So that's them in for Baleba, Chelsea. This is us in for Baleba, the last article, of course, on the 28th. Adam Wharton is the one they really like. So that article could be true. So now he's saying, now we're talking about Liverpool might be involved. Who knows, mate? Who knows? Who knows? But this is the latest. This is what came out before about Wharton. And then obviously it's this now that's come out today. So this is today's news. So this is the closest we get to Wharton. And then Ben Jacobs has just said a comment over there that I'll show you lot in a second about maybe we getting 2 midfielders. It could be, who knows if it's going to be Baleba and Wharton. It could be blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, man. It's a weird one, man. It's a weird one. I don't know what's going on, but it's seeming very, very likely we're going to get 2 midfielders. That's what it's seeming like. We want 2 midfielders. So it's crazy, bro. This is what Ben Jacobs has just said about this situation. So this is the talk about Liverpool. So that's one source. And then this is what Ben Jacobs just said 2 hours ago. Who's to say that it will just be Baleba or a name like Wharton? It might just be 2 midfielders that come in. So he's basically saying it might not even be Baleba and Wharton. It could just be 2 midfielders. But we're getting 2 midfielders. You get what I'm going to say? Why is he saying 2 midfielders for no reason? So that's how you got to look at it. 2 midfielders. And Baleba, I showed you the stuff about, what's his name? Fabrizio, he said the other day, he said, listen, everybody from top to bottom is in the same channel that Baleba is the guy that we want. We don't want no one else. Everybody, from the recruitment to the coach to the board, every single person has said, look at the middle article. Just go to the middle article. Carlos Baleba remains Man United's idea for 2026. Ruben Amorim considers him perfect player for the next step to the project. Baleba's name is approved by the coach, recruitment team, and management. He's the #1 target. And it's who's going to be beside him. That's the chat about Baleba. Who's going to be beside him? So that's where we're at, man. That's where we're at with these midfielders. I'm going to show you the stuff about Anderson in a minute, but that's where we're at. He won't get his own plane. Plays for Man United. He clearly doesn't love his job if he doesn't start Lamens. I'm hammering out for that alone. That's mad. Come on, man. That's throwing him in. Hey, Etihad ain't a joke, you know. Etihad's a joke. We laugh at them and they're going through a hard time, but bro, to go and throw a man in there, it's not a joke, bro. It's a rivalry. It's going to be heated. They're going to be up for it. You know what I mean? They don't rate us already. Come on, man. Man United, push it. Wharton is good, but I want Baleba and Stiller instead. I think Stiller's going to be a bit more cheaper, apparently, but I don't know. But I think Baleba is set on. I think that one's done. I think that one's going to get done. Baleba's going to get done. We'll pay the 100 million, whatever it is. But I don't know who's going to be the second guy. That's what it is. Is it going to be a Stiller? Is it going to be a Baleba? I don't know. Like I said, this is the article, guys. You can have a little look while I get some of these comments. But Liverpool's in the race and Liverpool are building a super team. They go and get someone like Wharton. It's long. It's long, bro. They're building a super team where they got people fighting for their position in every position. It's long. It's long for everyone if they go and get Wharton. By January, we should be top 6. That competition isn't much of a problem. We need Wharton and Baleba deals. Chelsea got 73 charges from the league, so they might not be in for anyone in a while. Yeah, but you see, you could say this, but look how long these things take to finish, though. Look at the City thing. The City thing still ain't even close to finishing. You got what I'm going to say to you? Look how long these things take to unfold. We're still waiting for City's 115 charges. No one ain't heard nothing. All now. So we don't like they might still be able to spend for a couple of years. And the way Chelsea move anyway, they will spend crazy, change their whole squad, and then they'll just sit there and get a transfer ban anyway. But by that time, they've already got everyone they need anyway. You know how they move in the transfer window. They sell who they need to sell and they buy who they need to buy. So I don't know, man. But Wharton, Real Madrid, mate. I reckon Real Madrid really want him. It's long. But then again, I don't see Real Madrid coming out here and paying 60, 70 million, which is crazy. I can't see Real Madrid paying it. Real Madrid are just cheapskates. They love it. They love it. Yeah, Wharton, run down your contract. If Wharton had 1 year left, it would make sense. This geezer's got about 3 years left. So they're going to go there and pay 80 million. I can't see it happening, man. I can't see it happening. Too many clubs want Wharton. A lot of clubs, look, that's Fabrizio Romano saying other clubs are also monitoring him. It could be a topic for 2026. That could be January. That could be summer. Who knows? But like I said, we're linked with him. Chelsea's linked with him. And that's Ben Jacobs saying it. Reliable people saying this. We're both linked with him. And yeah, so we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. It's a weird one. Next City will be in for him too. Yeah, City, exactly. Let's see how Rodri gets on though. Hopefully Rodri stays not fit or whatever he's doing because he's not looking sharp at the moment. 4-2 United on Sunday. The difference is that Chelsea have admitted to the guilty of the charges. City have not admitted anything. Oh yeah, it's true. It's true. But then again, why are they saying that Chelsea, they're waiting for Chelsea to respond or something? And you got to remember, you see the Chelsea situation, yeah? The Chelsea situation is the new ownership, the Bowley group and that have come in and said, yo, look, this is what happened when we wasn't in charge. They basically snitched on them, but it's still Chelsea. They're not going to look at it and go, all right, let's go and find Abramovich, sorry, his name is. They're going to say Chelsea is Chelsea. We've got to deal with Chelsea. But it's probably going to be a fine, man. We know what's going on here. They're not going to get no madness. It's probably going to be a fine, 60K or something that's light to them. That's all it is, bro. Let's be real. I put relegation, but that's just, that's banter. It's probably going to be a fine. Let's be real. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that, man. We mark City, main man, Haaland, Vardy, Savino. Haaland, Savino and Vardy are not even fit. They're not even fit. So even if they do play, they're not even going to be 100% fit. But I'll show you a lot of stuff about City in a minute. Let me show you a lot about another midfielder now. So this is Wharton. I said 60 per charge. Bro, you never know with this. Would you reckon it'll be then, what, a couple millions? Because these 74 charges, agent stuff, I saw something about someone else got done for it as well. And they paid something little. Was it Sunderland or something? I can't remember. But someone else got done for it. Not 74, of course, but a few charges. And they paid something stupid. Like, it's not that deep. And apparently it's not sporting related. It's not sporting related. That's what Chelsea's trying to say is, this is nothing to do with sporting related. Like, it's nothing to do with the sport. Like, we didn't boost up our team or something to do with the pitch. So it's just agent stuff so it can be dealt with financially. So they're trying to go through that route. 200 million plus. Ooh, mate, I don't know, man. I'm just never surprised no more with these fines. You know what I'm saying? I already feel like City's already won. That's how it feels. They're letting it rub out for so long that it feels like City's already won their one. That's what it feels like. So that's Adam Wharton anyway. I'll get into a few of the comments in a second. Keep them coming. And then we got Elliot Anderson now. So this geezer now, they've got all the talks about him. Man United are eyeing that January move for Elliot Anderson. The club plan to sign 2 new midfielders, one in January and the other one in the summer, to strengthen the core of Amrin's squad. And then you have Sean Connolly. Sean Connolly's been kind of good, especially with the Lamb stuff. He's come out here and he's gone... similar to Baleba, Anderson offers league-leading metrics in the variety of essential avenues from defensive marshalling to chance creation. And he's got a little article about all of that, but I didn't get into the article. I couldn't be bothered. And then we just got a report, Stretford Paddocks pull it out. Reports are suggesting United's planning to sign Elliot Anderson in January, then look to sign Baleba in the summer. And I've got the report of Team Talk, and it's basically talking about a double swoop. Look at this guy. This is Dean Jones. He's come out and he's basically said, Ruben Amorim has assured, look, Man United are planning huge double signing with Nottingham Forest ace first up in January. So this is what's come out today. He said, Ruben Amorim has assured he will have funds to work with in January transfer window, and Manchester United early planning. Let me move it because you can't really see it. Look, you can't really see a bit of it. Yeah. Early planning has put Nottingham Forest midfielder Elliot Anderson on the radar. Team Talk understands that United want to bring in 2 new midfielders, one in January and another in the summer, as they look to strengthen the core for Ruben Amorim. Anderson joined Forest from Newcastle United last summer in a deal worth 35 million. He played a key role in the Tricky Trees qualifying for Europe, playing in all but one of their Premier League fixtures last term, notching 2 goals and 6 assists. United are admirers of Anderson and he figures highly on their shortlist. But luring him from the City ground won't be easy. That's what they've said about Anderson. And then this next one, this is the same kind of article, and it says, if Amrin wants a proven goal scorer in the league, Mateta would be a great addition for the Red Devils. It's understood that he will command a 40 million transfer fee based on what Palace would like for the French number 9. Last season, the 28-year-old scored 17 goals in 46 games for Oliver Glasner's side. And this season, he's already off the mark, scoring 3 goals, 1 in the Premier League, 1 in the Conference, and 1 in the Community Shield against Liverpool. So they're saying a double deal for Anderson and my man. And obviously, we've got all these reports that's come out today. Team Talk, etc. Look at the date at the bottom, guys, and the time. All today. Team Talk, Sean Connolly. A lot of Anderson talk is just brewing out of nothing. And obviously, like I said, Ben Jacobs was just on the United stand and he spoke about players left, right, and centre. And this is what he seems to think about the Anderson situation. Let me show you that now. And this is what he's saying about it. He's saying that I think Elliot Anderson will more likely stay at Nottingham Forest through minimum the entire season. He's still relatively new here. So he don't think he's going to move or anything like that. He might stay to the end of the season, but he's not saying 100%. He's not saying that he knows anything. So we'll see what happens with this Elliot Anderson stuff. But where it's brewing for us. You got what I'm going to say? It's brewing. And even the Mateta stuff, 40 million is bullshit. There's no way Mateta is 40 million. He's going to be at least 60 million. You know what they're charging? What's his name? Strand Larson was 65 million minimum. Newcastle had a 60 million bid rejected for Strand Larson. You think Mateta isn't going to be more and he scored more goals than him? Come on, man. Let's be real, man. I don't think he's going to be 40 million. Yeah, I saw this. Some of the charges are really serious about William and Hazard's contracts. Yeah. And we were in for Hazard as well. So Hazard might have came to us. It's crazy. We were in for Hazard as well, man. It's crazy. We will win against City. City trash and Pep out of his depth. Oh, I was watching Norway. Charlie, I'm an England fan. Did you watch our team? Yeah, he watched Norway. Yeah. Chelsea ain't going to get punished just like City. Plus, these big clubs are the reason the Prem is hot. They aren't getting relegated. It's true. They're going to give them a little fine, man. That's all it is. Last time Norway won this much, we did go to the World Cup. Forest mud. Do you think Crystal Palace will sell? Nah. I don't think they sell him in January. Let me put myself on the screen. I don't think Wharton goes in January. Unless you come and bid something stupid like 90 million, 85 million or something. I can't see him going in January, I'll be real. Any of these players, January is the worst time, you know. January, no one wants to sell in January because they've got to scrape around and find someone now. So unless it's a club like, what can I say? Someone like Brighton could sell in January if they really wanted to because everyone that they get is for cheap. So if Brighton sell Baleba for 110 million in January, they can go out there and pay 7 million for the guy that they're going to get anyway. From a club that 7 million is crazy for. Like, raw, we're getting 7 million. We can't turn this down. That's what Brighton do. They'll go and pay 10 million in a club that their world record is something like 13. You get what I'm going to say? So they can do that, but they wouldn't want to because it's making them panic. They like to have their fingers. Next year, we'll go and do this at this time, blah, blah, blah. So I don't think we go for Wharton. Eze's left. Remember, guys, Crystal Palace are going to be dealing with Mark Guy. Mark Guy's got 6 months left in January. So Guy, what's going to happen with him? Is he going to sign a new contract for them? Is he going to sign a pre-contract with another squad? They're going to be trying to sort that situation out and replacing him. Remember, if he leaves in January, say they get a 15, 20 million bid for him, and he leaves in January, they got to sort that out. You know what I'm going to say to you, lot? So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So I don't know what's going to happen with Wharton. I don't know, but I can't see us going for him in January. I can't see it happening. Obviously, we've had the reports. Like I said, this is a report about January, as you can see it. Man United and Chelsea lead the race to sign Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace in January. I think everything on this sheet is correct, you know, but it's just a January thing. I don't think it happens. I think it's unless we go and bid something that's crazy, we bump ourselves, literally. We scratch our head after and go, we've gone mad. Then that's it. That's the only way. Nottingham Forest already in the mud, big ego. Yeah, Ange is crazy. That Ange one is mad. Ange is crazy. But who knows? Europa League, he might go out there and win them Europa League, mate. You won it already. He might do something good. Is Anderson good? Anderson is flavour of the month. That's what's going on. He's the flavour of the month now. He's English as well. When you're English, they double the amount of attention they give to you. So, but he looks all right. I've watched him. He looks all right, but I haven't watched him properly to say if he's good or bad. But a lot of people are saying, yeah, he's the next guy and he's good and he's sick. But Newcastle weren't playing him, though. Newcastle was not playing him. They had to sell him because of PSR, but they wasn't playing him. And now they're complaining, oh, we had to sell Anderson because of PSR, but they wasn't playing him. They were playing Joe Linton, Tonali and Jimenez. So I don't know, man. But he's doing his thing over there. He's made the England team. I watched him for England. He looked okay. I've seen a few comps of him, but I can't sit here myself and say Anderson is a ball or anything. I can't do that. I'll be lying. I haven't watched him like that, like a whole game and focused on him. I don't watch Nottingham Forest games like that unless we're playing against them. And the England games, they've been rubbish. Andorra, Latvia, like I'm not going to pay attention to them games. You know what I mean? I don't see the Mateta deal happening. Same. Like it says on the end there, 40 million. And it's just saying, basically, if we need another striker, proven goal scorer, why are you telling us if we need something? Tell me news that it said that you know. It's like you're giving your opinion. You're saying if Amrin wants a proven goal scorer. What do you mean if? You're giving me, like, I can give my opinion then. I don't mean anything. So I think that's just their opinion saying if Amrin wants a new goal scorer, Mateta would be a great addition. It's the guy's opinion. It's not nothing that's coming out for you to take and think anything. So that's the situation with that. But Anderson, like I said, there's 3 links about him, all of this stuff. And then obviously Ben Jacobs coming out and speaking about him today for no reason. So from time Ben Jacobs chatting about you for no reason, then these links are making sense to an extent. You know what I mean? Ange football. What do you say about Ange? Ange football is what? It's just attack with no defense. Yeah. He does a madness, man. He makes all these wing backs run. It's crazy, bro. Brighton want the Gumi as Believers replacement. Oh, swear down. Is that who they want, yeah? No way. And everyone keeps talking about the Sagumi guy. I thought they wanted someone else that they tried to send on loan. They got another geezer that they tried to send on loan as his replacement, apparently. I don't know, man. I don't know. But let me summarize what's happened now. So basically, we've got this Wharton. This is the Anderson stuff. We might as well start here. Ben Jacobs doesn't think that he's going anywhere. Do you understand? But we've got a lot of links to this guy. It's all come out today. We've got articles that's been wrote about him. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with this geezer. Why is it not coming up, man? What's going on with this? There we go. So I don't know what's going to happen with this geezer. But Anderson, apparently, we're in for him for January. Who knows? Would they even sell him? What would they ask for? These geezers stopped to here we go. We had a here we go for Morgan Gibbs White, and they pulled the plug and said, no way, you've gone mad. So I don't know, bruv. That Forest owner looks like a bastard. You know what I mean? He looks like he's on some stuff where you've got to give me 80 million for him. 80 million. You know what I'm saying? He's going to come and say some madness. So I don't know. So that's the Anderson stuff. We're linked with him. Sean Connolly saying things about him, blah, blah, blah. Team talk, Stretford Paddock, etc. We've got some stuff about Baleba. Man United and Chelsea were leading the race. We won a midfielder with Baleba. Chelsea's in there as well. And then today we've got news that Liverpool have gone in there, and obviously they're involved now as well. Remember, Liverpool have always wanted a 6. So it might be some truth in it. They wanted Zubamendi. That didn't go true. So they could still be going for Wharton. And I remember when I was talking about Baleba, I kept saying, say Liverpool go for Baleba. Someone kept telling me, I can't remember who it is, they were saying Liverpool want Wharton. They don't want Baleba. And it kind of makes sense because the way Liverpool play, they play football. They want to pass around you in that. So it would make sense for Liverpool to get Wharton. And then obviously Real Madrid is involved as well anyway, just to know. Real Madrid are involved, and that's from, even if you don't believe this article here about Liverpool, Real Madrid are involved, and that's from Fabrizio Romano. He's confirmed that on the 8th of September, 3 days ago. So there you go. That's the stuff about Wharton, mate. And then obviously, like I said, Ben Jacobs has come out and said we could go for 2 midfielders. It might not even be Wharton and Baleba. We might just go for 2 midfielders. But obviously, it seems like we're proper set on Baleba though. I don't know who the other guy is going to be, but it seems like Baleba is definitely that guy. Do you know what I'm saying? So I've showed you Anderson, I've showed you Wharton. This is the Baleba. Like I said, I just showed you that bit of Baleba, but this is what got said about him from Fabrizio for me to show you that I reckon it's 100% going to be Baleba. Where look at the middle article, it says Baleba's name is approved by the coach, recruitment team, and the management. So thoroughly, every single person in Man United is happy with Baleba. We've all signed it off and said, yeah, let's go and get him. That's who we need in the middle. Casemiro, I think he leaves. If he leaves next season, and then bam, we go and get a midfielder. Casemiro's on 350k. Baleba's meant to be on 12k, bro. You give my man a chunk of Casemiro's wage, bro. He's laughing. He's happy. You changed his life. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens, man. Bruno Fernandes, I don't know what's going to happen with him. We've had little links about him. This came out the other day on the 7th. Look. So I don't know. It seems like he might leave as well next season. Ben Jacobs said he needs another year or something. So there's things brewing all over the place, man. I don't know. This is the latest on Malacia. When it all came out, everything was being said that it's done, the agreement was reached, blah, blah, blah. And then Fabrizio shut that down and said, there's no agreement done yet. You've gone mad. Nothing's agreed or done yet, but several clubs from abroad are showing interest. And then Alex Crook, the Crook, came out and said Malacia is weighing up signing for Turkish club Eyüpspor on loan. So it doesn't seem like that one's done. Lamens, this has all come out today. This is from Ben Jacobs. Right now, I would say Sene Lamens is the Manchester United #1. So he's saying that he's the #1 goalkeeper. He said, forget all of this buying their stuff people are talking about. Sene Lamens is the #1 goalkeeper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's the #1 because, like I said, I feel like maybe he will be the #1, but I feel like I just can't see Ruben throwing him in the deep end at the Etihad. Do you know what I mean? But he's talking like he is the #1 goalkeeper. And as you can see next to it, you've got Fabrizio Romano, who says Sene Lamens has a very good chance of being the starting goalkeeper at Manchester United. So that's another talk about basically being #1. And then Fabrizio Romano said the first choice goalkeeper is not 100% guaranteed. But I'm sure Sene Lamens is the clear favourite. United trust him for the present and future. They believe he is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. That's how much United rate him. Is that how much... does Ruben rate him that much? This is the questions you got to ask. You know what I'm trying to say? This is how I think we're going to come out in the Etihad. Hold on. This is how I think we're going to go out there in the Etihad. If obviously Cunha's injured and Mount is injured, of course, I reckon this is how we're going to step out there. I want this to be Mazraoui, but it could be Luke Shaw. But I don't think it's going to be Lamens. But let's just say it is because of how Fabrizio and Ben Jacobs are speaking. Let's just say it is Lamens, but I reckon it's going to be like this. Because Dallo is injured. Fernandes will go a bit more up. Mainu, bam, bam. And with someone like Mainu and Mazraoui, at least we can keep the ball. Two players that know how to keep the ball and look after it. Do you understand? Casemiro's going to do that round the corner pass every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people here can't keep the ball like that. Ahmad can keep the ball, etc. But you need to have them sort of players on. And it's going to be very counter-attacky anyway. Do you understand? They're playing City away. They're playing a high line, etc. So I think this is the team we go with. But the way it's being put out, we might have to put Lamens in there, bro. We literally might have to put Lamens in there. The way they're talking, he's the #1 and all of that, we might have to put Lamens in there. So we'll see what happens with that situation. This is the video of Onana. For those that missed it, they're proper bigging him up. Oh, the dance with him. Watch it. Okay. Yeah, so that's Onana. I'll show you some more news that's come out. Where is it? Onana's moving mad. Onana's moving mad, though. Cool. What's this? In Miami. Let me show you some more news that's come out. So obviously Ben Jacobs obviously done the podcast just now with the United stand, etc. He said a few things. This is still the lineup. Let me move that. Cool. So this is what's come out. Lamens will be the number 1. I think Lamens is going to be thrown in at the deep end. So he thinks he's going to go straight in at the Etihad and play straight away. This is Ben Jacobs, mate. This is what he's saying. And he speaks about the injuries. I think it's a forced opportunity to put Sesko right up top. Obviously, Sesko goes up top. I don't think either Mount or the Cunha injuries are so serious that they're massive long-term causes for concern. So he don't think they're going to be long injuries, etc. Then we got the goalkeeper situation that we might go in for another goalkeeper. And it says if the window opens and they decide we need to make another player, Emi Martinez, or a more experienced goalkeeper, they remember Mike Magnum is a free transfer next summer. This guy is cold. He plays for AC Milan. He'll be a free transfer. So imagine that. We can get rid of Bayern there next season and get him on a free from January. Bam. We've gone from Onana and Bayern there to Magnum and Lamens. Come on. But I think it's going to be thrown. I think Lamens is going to be thrown in the deep end. And between now and the end of the year, soon the number 1 from Bayern there be given every chance to show that he can command that position now. So Lamens is going to go straight in there, bro. We'll see what happens, man. Hopefully Lamens is ready. You get me? And then, he just says, right now, I would say Lamens is the number 1. I just showed you like that. He speaks about Onana. Onana was going to stay, but he thought about it. He said he's third choice. He wants to be playing, and he made the move happen. He could have stayed. This is what he's saying. Onana could have stayed. But I don't know, mate. It's a weird one. Let me get a few of these comments quickly. He could have stayed himself. Brighton would want to agree with me. Wharton and Baleba 2026. That would be a good 2 to get. Problem is who we get in January. Anderson's story sounds like BS. Yeah, I don't know. He's the flavour of the month, innit? It will be easy to link us to him. Baleba is a must sign. I think we're going to get Baleba. I think we'll get him. Onana shouldn't flop. They love him at Turkey. They love him already, bro. It's crazy. Onana should impress Trav's fans so they can come with the money to buy. Remember, they're already offering him double the wage, guys. He's already getting double the wage over there. I think Maguire on Sunday and Lamens starts too. Yeah, remember, Maguire pocketed Haaland last time, you know. Last time we went to the Etihad, Maguire actually pocketed Lamens. He pocketed him. Lamens. Pocketed Haaland, sorry. Man said Lamens. It's crazy. You see that video of, I shoved the fan and he threw the bottle away. He's back. Yeah, I see it. I see it yesterday still. I put it in the stream as well. I put it in the stream yesterday. Sorry, I'm late. What is the Anderson news? I'll show you in a second. It's not really too much, but I'll show you. Delete. That's what I'm saying. Delit's won the most aerial duels and he's been good though. But I understand if we start Maguire. It's a weird one. And Maguire is good with the long balls as well. With the long balls, Maguire is good with it. It's better than Delete when it comes to playing long balls. But then again, it's like, I don't know, man. It's a weird one, man. It's a weird one. I don't know what happens. But let me show you a lot more about the news that I showed you lot here. So this is Anderson. I think Elliot Anderson will more likely stay at Nottingham Forest, though minimum the entire season. He is still relatively new there. Bro, he's not new there. He's been there for about a season. How is that new? He's been there for a season. That doesn't mean he's new. He's done a whole season there. Austin, this is your news about Anderson. Basically, we've got reports saying Man United are eyeing a January move for Elliot Anderson. 3 different places today. Look, reports are saying they're similar to Baleba, blah, blah, blah. Then we've got another article that's Team Talk that's come out and said that we're planning a double signing for Anderson in January, etc. And it says about Mateta, if we want a proven goal scorer. It's not even saying we're in for him if we want a proven goal scorer. So United are admirers of Anderson, but City won't make it easy. City ground won't be easy. They said City ground. Why would you say the man's pitch? But they're luring him from the City ground. That makes sense. My bad. Because I was thinking it's like saying the Etihad won't make it easy for us to buy a player. But I get what you're saying. So that's the stuff about Anderson. And obviously, Ben Jacobs has reacted and come out and said his own thing. He's saying he doesn't think he's going to leave this season. He's going to stay there for the whole season. So that's more or less the Anderson stuff. If you want to hear more how in depth I went in about it, you should go to the stream once it's done. Then Ben Jacobs comes out and said, who's to say that it will be Baleba or a name like Wharton? It might just be two midfielders. Do you understand? So it might not even be two big like Baleba and Wharton. It might just be two midfielders. But I keep telling you, lot, Baleba is more or less wrapped. Because if you see this article, the middle one, Fabrizio has said Baleba's name is approved by the coach, recruitment team, and the management. Baleba remains Man United's idea. Ruben considers him the perfect player. And then he says in the last article, I'm not going to read the whole thing, he says, I'm not surprised Man United decided not to invest any money in another midfielder in the transfer window. Why? Because of Carlos Baleba. So that's that. So that two midfielders, we don't know who the other guy will be, but it seems like Baleba's going to be one of them. That's what's going on here. Do you understand? Fabrizio saying that's why we need to buy a midfielder. And then he goes on to say Ben Jacobs, blah, blah. Carlos Baleba should be seen as a bubble. Rare. Just talk. It's just rubbish, basically. Basically, all he's trying to say is we looked if there's another profile like Baleba and there wasn't. So we wasn't just going to spend money for the sake of it. So basically the same thing that Fabrizio just said. What I just showed you lot about Fabrizio was basically the same thing. That instead of just sitting there and spending the money to make everyone happy, look, we've got a midfielder. Why are we going to get a new profile? I made the example earlier and I said, look at us in 2023, I think it was. We was chasing Frankie de Jong for the whole summer. We agreed the deal with Barcelona, but Frankie de Jong never wanted to leave. So by the time that we realized this guy don't want to leave, and then we lost 4-0 to Brentford, the next day, what did we do? We called up Real Madrid, Casemiro, 70 million, bam, here you go. Frankie de Jong comes and picks up the ball from the back four and then tries to pass it through, etc. That's his game. Casemiro tackles, and then pass it or do your round the quarter pass. They're not the same profile. They're two different players that play different. Baleba runs with pace. He's a ball carrier. He's a tackler. He does loads. Baleba ain't going to score you screamers every week. He's not that type of DM. Rodri scores goals. Like, they're all different. So what he's trying to say is we could have wasted the money by going for a different midfielder with the cash, but it would have been wasting money. We want the same profile, and there's no one out there with the same profile as Baleba. So we didn't waste our money, and that's what I've just showed you lot about Fabrizio saying the same thing in that last article, the first paragraph. I'm not surprised Man United didn't invest any money in the midfielder. They want to keep it for Baleba. So there you go. The Baleba stuff is brewing, man. So I think Baleba's going to be the guy that we go for in the midfield, like, for next season. It might be January, who knows, or it could be next season. Then there's some stuff about Mazarawi talking. Where's the other thing? That's Andre Onana getting on his plane. Boom. And then I had some news about, what's the geezer called? JJ. The young boy, JJ. This is Chelsea, by the way. 74 breaches, agent rules, issue self-declare. So they snitched on themselves, but they were saying it's nothing to do with us. It's the old Abramovich stuff. Alleged off-book payments, Hazard's transfer, belief within Chelsea, no sporting advantage gained, points deduction, transfer ban, and fine among punishments. But they're saying there's no sporting advantage. So if there's no sporting advantage, it didn't help us in any way for like the pitch, etc. Why would we get a ban? Then it should only be a fine, basically. That's what they're trying to fight. So we'll see, man. We'll see. It's Rio Ferdinand talking about Sesko. He's a kid, blah, blah, blah. This is the JJ Gabriel kid, 14 years old. Is currently the second highest goal scorer in the under-18s Premier League this season. The man is 14. 14 years old. And he's playing out of position. He's playing in a false nine. Darren Fletcher's got him in a false nine. He's usually a winger. Got him second. Bro, he's different, this kid, man. These little kids are built different, man. We've got the Max Dowman kid from Arsenal. We've got Lamine Yamal. We've got Rio, the one that plays for Liverpool. And now you got him. Everyone's got their little gems that's just coming out of nowhere. This is some stuff about Casemiro that we basically already knew. That Man United can now keep him till next summer. And then he's going to leave when his contract expires next summer. I knew that already. I'm sure a lot of you lot knew that. Next summer, his contract expires and then he leaves for free. I think that's always been said. When reports came out saying Casemiro's going to stay, he wants to stay because of the World Cup. So I don't even think that's any news, to be honest with you lot. United are very happy with Mazraoui. They feel like that's one of their best signings they've made in years. £12 million. He's good with both his feet, respectful, he's quiet, etc. So yeah, they're happy with that one. They're seeing it as a steal. They want to make more signings like that. Then I had this stuff about JJ Gabriel, and it's just saying that there's belief that JJ Gabriel could become Man United's youngest ever Premier League player, surpassing Angel Gomez, who was 16 at the time. He's going to turn 15 next month. And remember, there's already reports that came out saying that JJ Gabriel is going to be training with the first team soon. This season, he's going to train with us. But what I'm saying is, we can't give players like this a chance. We can't even give Manu a chance because we're not blowing away teams. Every time we're going into the last 10 minutes of games, we're drawing or we need a goal. Arsenal, we're 1-0 down. Fulham, 1-1. Grimsby, 2-2 or 2-1 down. And then you had Burnley and we're 2-2 when we should have been 4-5-0. So we need to start putting teams away where we can give people chances now. Yo, young boy, come, get on. Diego Leon. Why have we not seen Diego Leon? Diego Leon, come get a little time. You're 4-0 up. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not blowing no teams away. We keep chasing the game in the last 10 minutes that we can't make these. How can we put on JJ Gabriel if we need a goal against someone like Brentford or something? In the 10th, like, that wouldn't make no sense. Someone that's sitting back. How are we going to put it on him to go and make something happen? It's not going to make no sense. So that's my thing, innit? We need to start putting teams away early, and then we can start giving out little debuts to people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's the stuff about JJ Gabriel. What else came out? Martial. This geezer's gone to. Here we go. He's gone to link Sergio Ramos. I don't even know what this team. Mexican. He's gone Mexico, bro. He's gone to Monterrey to link my man. That's Onana's video again. This geezer. They're loving him over there. The man's doing the dance. Look at his hands in the air. Look. He's doing the dance with them. Look, he's got his hands in the air. Oh my God, he sussed it out. He probably learned that on the plane. He probably just learned that thing there on the plane. It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, man, we'll see what happens, guys, man. That's more or less it, man. That's more or less it. What's this? West Ham fans have dubbed Mohamed Kudus, Mohamed Judas ahead of his return with Spurs in the London Stadium. What are they talking about, bro? What are they doing? What's up with them? Mohamed Judas. One little sell for a player and you're getting excited and you're calling him Mohamed Judas now. What is up with West Ham, man? I want them to get relegated, brother. So yeah, that's Martial anyway. Montero, here we go. So we'll see what happens, man. So that's it, my guys, man. That's more or less everything that's come on. Smash the likes on your way out if you haven't already. Don't be a hater, man. Come on now, peoples, man. Have a great day, everyone. Appreciate all of you that's been in the chat, everyone that's been inside. Love.
Some celebs pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud,